Farrakhan to really mess these people mind up, and it's sad, man.
People, you are new people on our planet. You had to have a place of origin, and you had to have a source from which you originated.
All of that is bullshit. We can't prove none of this, and this don't get our people moving forward. It's a distraction tactic.
You even put out a movie called Children of a Lesser God. And Yakub was a god, all right, but he was a lesser god to the God who originated the heavens and the earth and all in between. You are a scientific experiment that we did with ourselves to see whether evil had the same power as good.
Now tell me that ain't a bunch of bull crap. That's a bunch of crap. Black folks wanted to see if up was the same as down, if man was the same as woman. We're talking about polar opposites. Good, evil. Why would evil do good? And why would good do evil? When that happened, ain't the lines blurred? That's right. Why would we expect evil to be anything but evil? What kind of experiment is that? That's like saying, I want to do an experiment just to see if water is wet. See, Sanchez? Look at my hand. We just wanted to see if water was wet. It's wet. It's wet as hell. It's drowning me at this point, Sanchez. Oh, shit, this water is a hurricane. But we just wanted to see, will it drip? Will it wet my hand one time? We just wanted to see, will this water actually wet my brother, my sister? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will let us know, yes, it does. It wets. And it wets good. It wets all the way wet. It's wetter than wet, Sanchez. Because we just wanted to see, will evil actually be evil? See, Sanchez, what we want to see is, will this fire actually burn my hand? Let me see, oh, shit, Sanchez. It burnt like a motherfucker. I guess the experiment was a success, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. I guess once again, my sister, my precious queen. Let me just pinch your little nose. Oh, shit. We had fun yesterday, man. We had some fun. We had some fun yesterday, boy. Oh, man. Let's get in the comment section here. Brother Ben showed up. My beloved brothers and sisters, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will let us know that that white man was created in a laboratory by a little big-headed bitch by the name of Yakub. But my brothers and sisters, on that day, when Yakub decided to take the lesser gene and splice it with the other gene, and on that day, my brothers and sisters, that white man was made. Oh, and on that day, that little big-headed rascal, brothers and sisters, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad lets us know that that little big-headed bitch did what he wanted to do, even though we told his little big-headed ass, Yakub, don't you graft that white man, because that white man, if he manifests on this earth, It will break all of the divine laws in the cosmos and in the universe. But that little big-headed rascal, he... oh, no. Oh, shit. Y'all don't get me started, man. Hey, look, let's read. We got work to do. We got to say the bullshit for a minute. Hey, listen. Business before pleasure. Come on, man. Y'all know we got to do business before pleasure. That's right. Oh, man. We got to beat first and do the beat and teach, and then we can have fun and do our roast, okay? We having fun too quick. Oh, man. So check this out, right? Brother Ben got in the comments, and he said he got he got a list of 6 little things that he want to put here. We'll go through all 6 of them, and I just want to say salutes to Brother Ben, because I replied to Brother Ben, and I want to read to y'all what I told Brother Ben. So number 1 on Brother Bennett's reply, it says, this is not the Nation of Islam view of Yakub. This is a Brother Bennett's production. Let's highlight that one and stop right there. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm not in the NOI, so I'm just giving my opinion. And I will be fair and say, who cares about my opinion if I'm not in the... That's right! Y'all do, so I'm going to give it to y'all, right? So my whole opinion about this thing is that the NOI need to be consistent with their storytelling. If I go up to a Dogon tribesman and I ask him the creation story, I'm going to get that same doggone creation story, pun intended. Y'all, did that go over your head? I'm going to get that same doggone creation story from any member of the doggone tribe. Y'all feel me? It's consistent. Let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do for your people's story is to be inconsistent with it as a group. Drop a 1 if y'all agree with me so far. We just gonna break this down step by step, and we're gonna be respectful while we do it, right? No sweat to Brother Ben, because my sentiments aren't aimed at Brother Ben personally. He got the shit end of the stick just because it's his production, and I'm gonna roast it, right? And I'm gonna roast every episode. But Brother Ben, I'm gonna leave a link to it in the video description. My brother, my sisters. My brother, I'm gonna leave a link to your trailer in the video description, my brother. Because I want other people to be able to see your production, my brother. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad will let us know that if all of us share, my brother, if we just share one another's work, my brother, my sister, on that day when we do this, my brother, we will be free as a people, Brother Ben. Let me quit playing, but Brother Ben, you can't be doing your own thing, brother. That's right. You can't have no one in the tribe telling a different story than the oracles and the elders. It has to be one consistent story. And if you tell it your way, he tell it your way, because I hear what you saying. It's a Brother Ben production. Okay, so what if someone else do a brother such and such production and tell it their way? And then what if someone else do a brother such and such production and tell it their way? Now the story get watered down, and it ain't consistent. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Astro 40K. Bro, you stupid, you funny as fuck, sound just like him. I'm trying to get my Farrakhan voice down pat, man. We gonna roast this though, but I'm gonna be respectful, man. We gonna have fun. But yeah, man, Yeah, brother, it's a problem, man, because let me write something down real quick. Yeah, so I just think that number one, you already starting off wrong. This is not the Nation of Islam view of Yakub. This is a brother Ben X production. If this is the case, and I can tell a story that was created by the Nation of Islam my own way, that's more proof that we shouldn't take this shit serious, man. That's right. Bro, anybody taking this thing serious is weird. Seriously, man. And I got the phone lines open if people think they want to prove that the white man was grafted. Our folks will believe anything. No proof at all, and they'll be so confident with it. It's dangerous, bro. So right off the back, number one is just wrong, bro. Like, if y'all telling a story that's true, if the story is true, everyone need to show up and be consistent with the same story. Any law enforcement officer would require that. If I see 4 homeboys, all of them got bow ties on, and I say, look, so all of y'all telling me that the white man was grafted? Yep, that's right, officer. And I separate all y'all, and I get 4 goddamn different stories on how the white man was, exactly the process was. You think I'm gonna believe this crap? Everybody in your group need to be telling the same story, man. But the moment the story ain't told consistently throughout the NOI, then that's just more fuel and more ammo, more bullets that I'm gonna use to say, see y'all, it's bullshit. That's right. Let's move to number 2. This is not 100% depiction. Obviously, zombies aren't real. Let me explain something to y'all. Never do your ancestors' story a disservice. Right. If you gonna tell it, then you got to tell it right. Or just don't tell it. Don't undermine it. Don't cheapen it. Don't disrespect it. Now, luckily for me, this ain't my ancestral story. This just a lie that the NOI telling. And when you telling lies, you won't put no effort in the quality of how you tell the damn lie. Right. In other words, liars are sloppy, and we know it. So what I'm saying is, we ain't asking for 100% depiction. We just asking for an accurate depiction. You can use AI to tell the exact same story that Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan told. You can do that. It's possible. Take your time, quit rushing it. I'm being honest, and I'm not going, like, my thing is, I'm a critic. And I'm going to be very strict on it. Because if you want me to take this story serious, this is history you telling. With zombies and chainsaws, you're cheapening this story. I'm not even a fan of the Yakub story. But what I'm telling you is the way you're portraying it is corny and comedic, man. It's a joke. It makes it easier for a guy like me to actually show, to have ammo, is what I'm saying. Don't go out half-cocked if you respect the teachings of your elders. Don't undersell the story. And he can't tell me this ain't no rushed ass, cheap ass AI work, bro, because I use AI. And I ain't even being disrespectful. I'm just being bluntly honest, y'all. That's right. If you gonna tell a lie, at least dress it up nice, man, and have it high quality and shit now. Because Zombies just make the whole shit turn into like a joke. Hopefully he would take notes and fucking quit being egotistical and think, oh, he's picking on me. No, bro. Take it like Sanchez probably thinking like one of my viewers that's gonna watch this. Let me kind of consider what he's saying. I ain't said nothing wrong. I'm giving some good ass advice if I do say so myself. That's right. Now, if you fuck around and say, well, you make one, Sanchez, bro, I will. I will make my own Yakub series on AI, and I will make it a damn comedy series and a parody, bro. Don't tempt me now. Don't tempt me, bro. But number 3, it says, the Nation of Islam didn't produce this. You're in the Nation of Islam, but I get it. You ain't producing it as the Nation of Islam. You're producing this Brother Bennett's. But I'm saying that you're telling a story that was created by the Nation of Islam, but you're telling it in a different way than them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that I don't understand how that will be helpful to your nation and the consistency of this legacy of Yakub. That's how your story maintained power and strength over time. All of that lies in the consistency of how it's told throughout your nation. That's right. If different members start telling a different way, it becomes cheap, watered down, and we can no longer take it serious. And this coming from a person that don't even rock with it. I'm just honestly telling you the truth, though. Even an NOI member ought to say, well, damn, Sanchez do got a point. Like, if we gonna tell this Yakub story, we're a whole nation with resources and money. Let's come together. Let's get behind Brother Bennett so he ain't gotta be begging the people for donations. And fuck that. Let's get our Tariq Nasheed on, Hidden Colors. And let's put some real money behind this shit. Come on, you brothers got on different suits every goddamn show. That's right. Don't give the people this cheap shit, because I'm going to criticize it. I ain't going to lie. Put some damn effort into what you putting out there. I'm going to roast it. It's roastable. I got to admit, it's roastable, man. And as long as it's roastable and cheesy and corny, I ain't gonna be the only one gonna roast it. Step your game up. That's right. That's all I'm saying. So there should be a quality control within the Nation of Islam to protect the brand from corny shit getting out, like what Brother Bennett's put out there. You understand? Let's move to number 4. Nobody is required to give anything the same way you have donate in your bio. If someone wants to donate, they can. If they don't, it's gonna get made either way, like it did on the first episode. Respect to that. No pushback on that. If it's easy to make, go make a series and show us how easy it is. Bro, I literally can make episode 1 of your series right now. All you doing is going to an AI video generator and saying, I want a little big-headed ass boy. I want him to walk up to the table and say this. Boom. It's just 1-2 lines that the boy say. And then I want the camera to pan to a black elder over here in a dashiki and shit. Right? And he said, boy, you are stupid as hell. We're not gonna make that white man. I mean, it's really easy to make. But I get it. You probably had to tell it, oh, no, this one didn't generate right. He didn't make the head big enough. And then you type another prompt. I said a big-ass-headed boy this time, AI. You didn't make his head big last time. Now make his head 4 times the size you just did it. And then he typed the prompt again. That's how you make it, y'all. It's easy. Let's go to number 6. That is how you make it. Stay tuned for the next episode coming soon. Yeah, I got my popcorn waiting now, like Stranger Things coming out, that Brother Bennett's production. Like, bro, don't this little big-headed ass boy walking around with this dumb ass idea. Listen, man. Okay, we'll stay tuned. But I'm gonna leave Brother Ben alone. Brother Ben ain't got time to come up and talk to his people. Because you know that's that bow tie energy. And you already know he probably working on episode 6. Let me go ahead and go to all the smoke. This the kind of stuff right here. Sanchez, you were interrupting him. Sure was. It's my show. I don't gotta let you talk on my shit. It's a privilege, nigga. That's right! If the government can censor your ass and you don't push back, then I can do it too. Hokey pokey, hokey pokey. Guess what? It's my goddamn show and I got rules. And if people don't follow them, they gonna shut their mouth up. They can leave. Or they cannot come on. And yet you ain't gonna misrepresent what people say on my show. Cause even if it ain't me, if somebody talking to someone else and they say, well, you said this, I'm gonna cut them off and say, look, bro, that's wrong. That man didn't say that. I was just listening to him. That's right. If you gonna respond to him, do it in honesty. And I'm gonna tell you how y'all know about COINTELPRO and agent behavior. When a nigga start misrepresenting what you say, and he say, don't cut me off, don't cut me off. When you're telling him, I didn't say that, because guess what? I'm an honest guy. Whenever I'm talking and I quote somebody and they cut in and say, you wrong, I didn't say that, I always stop. I always stop and I say, bro, I don't give a fuck. I can be in the middle of what I'm saying. I'll say, oh, you didn't? Tell me what you said then. Drop a 1 in the chat room right now if y'all see me do that all the time. Drop a 1. Why would I want to keep talking if I got what they saying wrong? I don't got to debate in bad faith. I'll shut up and let them repeat what they said and I'll mop the flow with that too. That's right. I don't got to make up shit for them. Whatever they say, I'm going to debunk it. I'm that cold. My people can vouch, bro. I will not keep talking if a nigga say I didn't say that. I'll stop right there and say, bro, what you said then? And if he repeat exactly what I said, I'll even roast him more for that. I'll say, bro, I just said you said that. I ain't gonna keep going because I don't want to make a fire-ass bomb and end up at the end of it and a nigga say, guess what, Sanchez? I didn't even say none of that, so you spoke for nothing. I'd rather stop and make sure that I'm arguing the right point. I ain't gonna keep. Anybody that want to keep going after you tell them that, it's because they trying to misrepresent you. That's right. Who does that? So, a person that don't have a show may call it arrogant. And that's why they don't have a show. When you get some shit, you appreciate it. You protect it for your people and the ones who support it. And you don't let other people come in your house controlling the narrative. I know what kind of show that my people like and what kind of broadcast they want. And I don't care about hurting or disrespect for caller feelings to give my people a good time. That's right. And if you call in talking crazy, I will make you the butt of the joke just to make my crowd laugh at your dumb ass too. I'm gonna entertain one way or another. And you can be the next joke that at the end of one of my jokes too. You niggas go and sit at comedy shows and a comedian roast everybody in the front row and you laugh at your own self. So check this out. Right here. Truth and lies mixed in. White people were definitely grafted, Sanchez. Yakub in the Bible talks about grafting a sheep into different colors. Sheep being people, a bunch of malarkey. Ain't y'all tired of this dumb collard green talk? That's right. I'm so tired of this old country dumb crackling cornbread talk. Sanchez, they were definitely grafted. His name was Yakub. If you read scripture 1-2, it talk about Yakub in the Bible grafting the white man on the island. It took him 600 years. So Yakub was very old. That nigga lived 600 years to perform this experiment, y'all.
Stupid.
I asked those clowns. I said, bro, did Yakub have anybody else working for him? Nope, he was just one big-headed motherfucker all by himself, Sanchez. He did not have a mama, he didn't have a daddy, he didn't have a brother, he didn't have a cousin, Sanchez. He just had a big old head, Sanchez. It was just one big-headed 600-year-old motherfucker doing a 600-year-old experiment on an island. And Yakub lived a long time. Like he didn't give his work to nobody else when he died to pass his work on. Nope, he lived over 600 years, Sanchez. Okay, man, okay, let's move on.
Stupid.
They were definitely grafted, Sanchez. Let me see what we got here. Cause we ain't gonna read it if it ain't no pushback. I ain't gonna waste y'all time. We here for that smoke.
That's right.
Hey, what up, Zach? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, bro? Hey, I'm at work right now, man, but I'm just listening in. Can you come back to me in a few minutes?
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right,
Let
thanks.
me know. Let me read this real quick. Why is that man with the white t-shirt on your YouTube movie? He is so negative, and you can see that he doesn't appreciate you, bro, Sanchez. The man with the white t-shirt, he sends out a lot of negative energy, and he doesn't understand that there are a lot of different races from different countries that watch you, bro, Sanchez. Losing a little desire to continue listening to this YouTube movie because he is not on the same frequency as you, Sanchez, to be passionate about teaching or coming up with thoughts and ideas about, okay, let me go ahead and move forward to smoke. However, I don't agree with the Dashawn Walkerson. Let me see what you said here. However, I don't agree with the Yakub story. Germ is parasitic, so the brother's not too far off, like the rest of us, as well as you, bro, Sanchez. Something different over. People, we got to learn how to use proper grammar.
That's right.
We really got to learn proper grammar. Listen, I don't know, man. Shit. Let me go to the next when he said, oh, I'm not reading all that. Ain't no damn way. That shit is rolled open like the Torah. That shit rolled open like a holy scroll. You hit that read, Mo, and the whole bottom screen went away with just Holy Grail. What the hell, son? No, we can't do that. We're not gonna do that. Let me give y'all a tip, right? Once you type something like this, you do this. You copy this, right? You copy this, you go to Chat GPT. You paste that in Chat GPT, and then you guess what you tell it. You say, Chat GPT, shorten this in half for me and grammar correct it. And Chat GPT will give you a little pretty half passage that'll fucking reduce all that, man, for everybody. My attention span ain't that long right now. That's a Bible page. I can't do all that. That's the book of Donshell Wilkerson, chapter 2, verses 3-4 round this motherfucker. We can't do all of that. Now let's go to listen or else, right? Oh no, we got to just go to smoke only, right? Okay. So, man. Look at him. FBA forever begging for attention. Is no different than FBA, y'all a bunch of pseudo. I'ma call you a name, Sanchez. I'ma call you a name. Pseudo is the name for you. Niggas is name callers. And they'll be like, how old you is, man? I'm 48, and I'ma call you a name. But FBA ain't begging for no attention because our name is in everybody's mouth, including yours, nigga. Let me go ahead and move, son. We need to go and find some smoke. We need to find some smoke. Let's read here. Gregory Ruffin. Don't blame black people. We did not want to experience evil. He did that out of anger because his mother. You saying we all created evil? Allah created evil. You crazy, Sanchez. You taking that shit too far. You twisting knowledge. You problem mason, Sanchez. Ooh, you problem mason. We the gods. Psalms 82 and 6, Sanchez. My whole thing is this right here, man. He didn't create the white man to experience evil. He did it out of anger. Everybody got a different account of why Yakub grafted the white man. But I just went by what Farrakhan said, Gregory Ruffin. You disagreeing with Farrakhan.
That's right.
I was breaking down the video part by part. Farrakhan said it, and even in the trailer that Brother Ben put up, it was alluding to that. It was basically for the experience, because why? It was an experiment.
Stupid.
Why do people do experiments? To experience something. Let me experiment with this alcohol drink right here. Well, why don't you do experiment with it? I want to experience it. He didn't do the experiment because he wanted the experience, Sanchez. He did not do the experiment of evil because he actually wanted to experience evil. He did not wet himself with that water because he actually wanted to experience wetness. Sanchez, you stupid.
Stupid.
Y'all are a special kind of slow. A special kind of slow. You will never die. My brother, my sister, Alex Walker, 3769. Let me take a moment and bow my head to Allah, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would let us know that you're a fucking clown. Alex Walker, 3769. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad would let us know that on this day of 12/12/2025, you put, you will never dialogue with the NOI. You're spreading false information. Cam will slice and dice you on the teaching, Sanchez. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would be there to witness it all, my brother, my sister. I will let you know that on this day, you will never spread false information again, Sanchez, because we're going to put a cap in your ass, Sanchez, because we tired of all that pseudo-judo. And just like we did Malcolm, brother, you better watch your back, son. If you ever smell some red devil eye behind you, son, you better look around and watch your back, because there may be niggas with perms and bow ties looking for you, Sanchez, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will let us know that if you keep fucking around and I have to find you, Sanchez. It's gonna be your ass. It's gonna be your ass, Sanchez. Now let's move on, goddammit, to the next comment. I want to learn how to talk like NOI niggas, I swear. Hey, I swear. Yo, baby, I swear that shit's fly, Farrakhan. And don't get that nigga twisted. He ain't playing with your ass neither, nigga. He really serious. Like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. You know, it just give, you know, the nigga who work at the sideshow. Step right on up. We got Frogman in this motherfucker. And if you pay me an extra $1, we will let you see Dear Boy around this bitch. We got Snake Woman in the back. Step right on up. Step right on up. See, niggas in bow ties always selling you some bullshit. And it's just like the Joker on Batman. That Joker energy. Tell it, just like the Joker on Batman.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it took 600.
Hey, what up, bro? Sanchez, can I chime in now?
Yeah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "Go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry, my brother. You have the floor, my brother."
For sure. Hey, well, I just off top want to say, I think the Yakub story is bogus. I don't agree with it. I don't believe in that. But I think what's going on is it's their way. It's like an allegory, right? I think they're trying to tell you something, so they're using this character, this man Yakub, to tell an overall story. Let me just start off by saying, let me ask you, bro, do you believe that dogs, modern day dogs, come from wolves, or do you think that dogs and wolves kind of emerge at the same time? I'm talking about from like a timber wolf down to a
I
chihuahua.
believe that a dog is a wolf that didn't evolve. Listen, here's where I want to be clear. I don't think dogs evolved from wolves. I think man, through scientific means and breeding, selective breeding, domesticated dogs, and not just breeding, but breaking them and, you know, training them to be domesticated, raising their species up in environments that aren't wild. Like if you take a dog and try to put it in the jungle, it wouldn't last, and a wolf couldn't last in the house either. So my whole thing is, what happened to dogs happened to black people during slavery. We used to be wild humans, and we basically were domesticated and turned to a controlled Negro that's a consumer and a benefit to the person that bred you, just like a farmer with cattle. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
when it comes to the whole story of someone grafting another image or another type of being from something that pre-existed, I think that story is more suitable for my people than the white man. And I think it'll serve us better than him.
Well, I think so. First of all, I agree with you about dogs being scientifically domesticated, if you will, by humans, human intervention. Not that they evolved through nature, but
Right.
human intervention. So I agree with you on that. Now, none of us was around, you know, when any other nationalities or races came about. So all we
But
can do is
can I ask
speculate,
you a
right?
quick
So,
question?
oh yeah.
The problem is, why do we think they came about? That's the thing. If you go and research ancient cultures, they don't have a beginning to our species or time. That comes from the Bible that says, in the beginning. And then in the book of Genesis, ain't no other cultures got no concept of the beginning but the same devils that y'all saying we grafted, and y'all want to listen to them.
Well, I think, bro, the same way that humans intervene in the genetics of wolves and domesticated dogs and bred out certain tendencies and even down to certain looks and phenotypes of dogs. I think this is how. Now, this is just my possibility. I'm not standing on this. I'm not dying on the hill, but I think this is how white people could have came about from blacks. And I think that it wasn't a 600-year period. I honestly think that this can be done. It can be reduplicated today, and it can be done in a much shorter time span, maybe 2 to 3 generations.
So why
I think
haven't it been reduplicated?
because you know why? I think it will be illegal, bro. Because if you think about the way it would have been done, right? Just walk with
Now,
me for a
now
second.
hold
Let's
on,
role
hold on,
play.
hold on, hold on. No, I got you. I got you. What I'm
All right.
saying is this, though. You telling me that the gods who grafted this goddamn devil who took over the earth are now tucking our tails against the damn devil we created? See, this what make me say, fuck the Yakub story, bro. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Zach, even if it is true, it's working against us by telling it at this point.
Yeah, it's like you said the other day. Like nigga might as well not even take no ownership of that story.
It's hurting us. It ain't helping us. And check it out. Ain't no proof for it. And it's a theory that's based upon another theory that every race had to come from somewhere, or that white people aren't an original race. Or because what you're doing, you're starting off your understanding of humanity and diversity in an all black earth. I think that's a flawed position. Everyone that try to have these bizarre theories about where did the other races and whites come from, they never say where did black people come from. They got us here from the beginning, made by the creator. But what the racist shit is, you've been taught that. And Zach, you can unmute when I'm done. I think that was my phone, not yours. Damn. I heard a phone and it was mine, not yours. You can unmute, my bad.
No, you good. Yeah, you keep building, bro. I'm listening.
Yeah, good bill. What I was saying was, I think we're starting off on a flawed foundation with this whole thing, and that's why we got to make up all the Yakubs and evolutions and Australopithecus and mutations. And to me, the simplest answer is always the truth, even if you don't like the truth, because I'm going to tell you what I believe. I think a lot of our people got so much hatred toward white folks, they try to get back at them by telling bogus stories that don't really hurt the white man, it hurt us. It's like the white man using our anger for him against us.
Right.
Because what it does is this, it gives him an excuse for being so damn evil. And that ain't good enough for me. You know what satisfies me? I want the world to know that these motherfuckers was just pure evil. They weren't bred that way. No, that's a out. Hell, bro, that hurts my heart that we doing our ancestors like that, bro. We're saying these people hung us on trees and did all that because it was just in their DNA. There was some kind of mutant monster. Hell no, them people was doing that for money, bro. You ain't no damn just no monsters don't kill people for fucking money. Monsters kill you just because they fucking monsters. So I'll land my plane here.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, Zach. Yeah. I'm going by what I was learning from the NOI. And what I find out is you'll have different people coming up here twisting the story, and then I have to debate different versions of it. And I think that's what's about to happen now with you, because all of my arguments are based upon a video that my whole crowd just watched with me yesterday. We saw the argument points together. It ain't one of my first time reviewing it anyway. I know exactly what they teach about Yakub, and what you would have to say is, well, I don't fully agree with the NOI teachings. And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got the right to do that.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I started off by not even aligning with the NOI's teachings. I kind of want to get off of that, and I just more so wanted to focus on the possibility of how white folks came from black folks, or how they came about.
I like that. So, but let me ask you, and I'm gonna give you the floor. You're not associated with the NOI?
Nah, bro. Come on,
Okay,
man. Look,
okay, no,
I
no,
come
take.
from a Bible background, and I got away from that. I believe flat Earth like you. I believe simulate all that, bro. But
Oh
I'm just
hell no! How are you
what?
flat Earth and you on evolution and mutation? But guess what? I'm gonna
No,
turn
no,
the
no,
mic
no,
over
no,
and I'm
no,
gonna let you uh, get the floor. Go
no,
into
no.
your,
See, I'm not even on the evolution tip. I'm on uh human intervention and genetic manipulation. Um, oh, hold on.
I'm
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 sorry. Hold on. What's up, JB?
I'm
Ultrasound is over. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm not with it. Right? It's just ain't no proof. And the only thing that can prove it is we was able to create white people again. Now, when you say we created white people through selective breeding,
Yeah.
I just don't see how you can put a bunch of black people on an island and over time get Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Lady
Okay.
Gaga.
Well, let me paint. And I'm sorry I got interrupted. I'm at work right now. Somebody came to hassle me, but um let me just try to like paint a picture for you. So I don't believe in no laboratory bullshit. I don't even believe in no island shit because what they break out the island like Dr. Moreau and come back to the, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. What they built the boat, how they
How
get off the
did
island.
blacks turn white?
So I think I think there was I know you don't like the albino thing because you're gonna say every race produce albinos, but
Isn't that true though?
no, it's a fact. It's a fact. But watch this for a second though. Albinism is a recessive gene, right? And with albinism come other recessive genes like light hair, light eyes, things of that nature. So the reason why, remember a minute ago, I said I don't think it can be duplicated today because it will be illegal. So what would have to be done is let's say all black African tribe,
That's a
right? All
cop
dark
out.
skin.
That's a cop
Wesley
out.
Snipes dark, right? Let's say one of the babies was born albino. They don't want to kill the baby, but they'll kind of outcast the baby. They'll treat him differently, right? Then if another baby's born, see, I don't think they could force this to happen, but it's just how genetic mutations happen. It's just kind of a random occurrence. I think that light-skinned babies, albino babies, are born and they kind of group them all off together and they made them mate with each other, right? And then if another albino and albino baby was born that had African genes, they probably would get rid of it and they would keep doing this breeding thing until they had uh, a full race of albinos with light hair, light eyes, like really no African phenotype within them.
Okay.
The
Let me
same
do
way how
some.
people were breeding down wolves into
Now,
fucking
bro,
chihuahuas and shih
can I
tzus.
ask you something?
Yeah, bro.
If I give you some stuff to prove that what you saying is wrong, or will you be willing to re-question your theory? Because it ain't a fact, it's just a theory, like you said earlier.
Exactly. It's just my
You
thought,
ain't
man. For sure.
attached
I'm
to
open.
it. Are you?
I'm
All
not
right,
I'm not married to it. I'm not
all
married
right,
to it. I'm open
cool.
though.
This is a white person right here. This is Lady Gaga. You see the features? You see how slim that nose is?
Hmm.
Look at the lips. You see how small the lips is? And this is perked up lips. When you perking them up, this how big. You know sisters' lips this big when they not perked up. You know that, right?
Yep.
I want you to just look at this white woman. I'm finna show you a black albino dude right now. Now look at this black albino dude. He might be the same color as Lady Gaga, but look at them big old lips. Look at that big old nose and look at the broad eye sockets with the forehead. That's so Negro. See, one thing about a black albino, they never lose they nigger features, my nigga. They never lose them, bro. It's only a skin condition and skin pigmentation condition. So my thing is this: we're making albinism a whole race when albinism is just a skin disease. It's like vitiligo. It'll be like us making vitiligo people their own race, and we call them the cow print people because they skin look like cow print.
Do you believe in anthropology to any degree, or
I'm
you
gonna
think it's
I'm gonna
fully
tell you
bullshit?
like this. I believe if you believe, you don't know. And I don't even believe that. I know that. See, I ain't up here to debate beliefs. I'm up here to debate facts today.
Okay. Let me reword it. Is anthropology bullshit, or can you stand on any aspect of
Guess
anthropology?
what? I'm going to tell you right now. You bringing up words like anthropology ain't going to help you in this debate. I ain't going to even speak on that because you brought up albinism. And you said that albinos don't have no quote unquote African features. By the way, I'm not an African. We can use the word Negro. But I proved that wrong, and now you quizzing me. See, the thing about it is this: you spoke on something and you were wrong. Let's point that out, right? Here's an albino with all of his Negro features. I ain't answering no questions. I'm going to play the same game I played yesterday. If you want to respond to what I'm saying with facts like what I'm dropping, then we can go back and forth with facts. I ain't in an interrogation room. I ain't here to make it easy for y'all either. But go ahead. Much love to you, though. This is out of love. Trust me.
No, for sure, man. I'm not trying to interrogate you. Just trying to see what you agree with and what you don't agree with. But I got
Don't
you
worry
so
about
far.
it. Just give me some knowledge, my brother, and open my mind up. Just shoot at me with some knowledge that you got for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was saying was not so much that albinos do or don't have, let's say, Negro features, right? Wide nose, big lips, whatever. It's more so that within the Negro there are the genes to produce skinny noses. Hence, why you see some black folks with thin noses, or
And
why
you
you see
see some
white
white
people with
folks
big
with
lips.
broad noses. So guess what?
Exactly.
So, but
Yeah,
wait
we
a
agree.
minute.
We agree.
Guess what this means? That debunks the dominant gene theory. That means that everybody has different traits mixed within everybody, which is why we call people mixed people. And guess what? When we call people mixed, we don't call them albino. Drake ain't albino. His daddy black, his mama white, and yes, he looked like a white boy, but he's black. Now watch this. This dude, his mama and daddy black. But just because you got a black mama and black daddy don't mean you can't make an albino. The point is the albino ain't a white man. He's a black man with a skin disease. We got to get out of this damn stupid pseudo stuff, bro. Real, I'm serious. It's ignorant, man. It's embarrassing. I'm just respectfully, though.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man. No, it's just sharing ideas. I'm not, like I said, I'm not married to none of this, bro. I'm always open to growth and correction, bro. But I'll pass the mic to you.
See, but do you understand what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I hope you ain't saying that just because you think I'm hounding you. I'm passionately speaking. I ain't trying to disrespect you. I'm just disrespecting the idea, the ideology y'all coming with. And I want to be clear today. Anybody come up with smoke, do not take my energy personally towards you. Just like I told Brother Ben, I ridicule teachings. I ridicule ideologies, not per se the person. But yeah.
I'm gonna give you another idea. I think it's possible that people features could change based on the climate they live in over a certain amount of time.
So you think
That's
if a bunch of black people go to, let's say, Alaska and they stay there for 200-300 years, they'll turn white?
nope, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Okay,
they
go ahead.
features, not their skin tone, but I think they noses could become so the new babies that are born within that
Can
region
breathe that air,
to breathe
breathe
the air, they noses
bro.
could adjust.
You know that arguing point is based upon the theory of evolution. Now you say you don't subscribe to evolution, but I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't.
something.
I subscribe
Hold
to
on, real quick.
adaptation.
Hold on. That
All right.
what you just what you just described, that come from Darwin. He was the first one proposed that. That ain't adaptation. Let me tell you what adaptation is. Adaptation is black people go to Alaska, right? And because it's so cold, we start killing polar bears and turning them into fur coats. That's adapting to your environment.
No, bro. That's called assimilation.
No, that's called adaptation, bro. Let me show you what
All right.
adaptation is.
All right.
Adaptation is I don't need big ass coats because I live in Las Vegas. But if I move to Alaska, even though I don't want a big ass coat on, I will have to adapt to that new environment and buy me a big ass coat, just like everyone in Alaska. I'm gonna have to buy some big Columbia boots and I'm gonna be dressing different. Why? He had to adapt to his environment. Now, if I move to Jamaica, even though if I want to wear big ass coats, I can't. I gotta adapt to that tropical environment. It's hot as fuck. Adaptation is simple. You adapt to a new situation. If you go to jail tomorrow, you may not want to be in jail, but guess what you'll soon do? You'll adapt. Your body won't start to evolve to a way where you can break through the bars into a liquid man type shit. Like if I put you in water for a long time, you wouldn't turn into a fish either.
No, you're gonna drown.
No, I'm just saying if you live near water and you wouldn't turn into an amphibious reptilian type creature just because you're a swamp person. Like niggas in New Orleans, they say we some swamp niggas, right? But they only call themselves swamp niggas because they live in these swampy ass, like amphibious ass, environments.
But
if you will.
watch this though. It's some
But we
niggas in Thailand.
don't start laying eggs for babies and shit though. That's what I'm saying.
You're right. But watch this though. It's some niggas in Thailand who live on the docks and they live in shallow water pretty
and they
much.
can
Now,
hold their breath for a long time.
Exactly. Longer than the average person
I watched
can.
that documentary. I be on
Ain't
it.
that, ain't that some shit? That's
Hey,
some shit
you
right
be
there.
on that shit too, don't you? Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah, I fucks with the shit like that. Hell yeah. But now look,
that's what I'm saying. I think
they didn't grow
time,
fins. But look,
no, they didn't grow fins. But they get into that water though.
Guess what that's called? Practice, man. If me and you went swimming every day, you will notice that you can hold your breath longer. Them people get up every day and swim for hours. If they don't swim, they don't eat. And they got to swim to the bottom of the lake with a spear. They start doing that when they babies. They swimming in shallow water, then they go to deep. They holding their breath all the time. You do something all the time, you're going to be the best at it.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Now, when it comes to how white people get here, I don't understand why we got to be the ones to say we created them. But here's again, you know why we got to do that? Because we say we was always here. See, and that's my thing. Like, nobody created us, but we created everyone else in labs and stuff or through artificial processes. Now, when we go with theories like that, that's basically, to me, it's overcomplicated, it's pseudo, it's mysterious, versus saying, look, if you saying black people was here from the beginning, created by whatever created the earth, why couldn't that same source create everything? See, I'm gonna tell you why though. It's all about division and hate. I know what I'm talking about. People think that they getting back at white people by saying, well, God didn't make you. That's their little form of like, well, I'm gonna be racist and crack a little joke on them, And they'll go with it out of really their vitriol for white folks, if you ask me. That's why it's easy to sell these bizarre, like Yakubian theories.
Well, you like to point out nature a lot and use nature as an example of our reality, and I totally agree with that. So I'm a look at nature and say, you know how a dog and a cat kind of inherently hate each other, right? It ain't nothing that we had to even teach
They
them.
don't.
They just know. They just know, right?
They don't though.
No, I'm just saying, like you might have the exception, some that get along with each other inside
No,
the house.
but
or
I'm
whatever.
telling you, dude, we watch Tom and Jerry too much. Those are lies, man. Do you know how many people got dogs and cats?
I got dogs and cats, but I'm just saying, I'm just talking about, and that's the exception because we had to train them to get along with each other. We had to
Bro,
train that into
I
them.
disagree. I think dogs and cats get along fine.
But where I was going with that is, you look at the nature of that, right? Inherent behavior. I think with blacks and whites, it's also an inherent behavior. I think that white people enslaved us and they hate us because we did it first to them. It's ancient Africans who enslaved whites, and treated them badly because
So,
they was different. And
are
so that once the tables turned, and then they got the upper hand somehow, and they did it back to us. And it's like a
can
little
I
white
ask you a
kid
quick
might
question?
go ahead, yeah.
Are you an African?
I called in the other day, bro, and I was asking about the FBA versus African situation. I did my parents did their ancestry, and it came back like 70-80% Nigerian. I've never done my own, and then I know you and some other brother was going into like how them DNA tests are bullshit. So I'm gonna say I don't know, bro, whether I'm a native, indigenous American, or whether my people, my bloodline come from Africa. I'm gonna be real and say I don't know.
So I'll say this. If you want to accuse Africans for enslaving white people, that's fine. I can't really prove or disprove the validity of that at this moment. But I would first of all say that wouldn't have nothing to do with me, right? And I also would say that just vaguely saying we enslaved them first without no proof, when we got proof that they enslaved us, right? I think that your ancestors would spit in your face if you died right now and crossed over to the other side. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because your ancestors had to learn what the institution of slavery was. We didn't have a clue about capitalism. We was foreign to the concepts of owning other humans and human trafficking. That was new to us. That was only associated with the pilgrim, the buccaneer, the raider. That wasn't our damn culture. And even the colonizer himself told that. Why would I say anything different? He can't even lie about that because he realized, damn it, I had to teach them this whole system. How the hell
I
they did
disagree, bro.
so
The Sheikh Anta Diop
but
did
that's what I'm
a
telling you.
lecture on the
That
Egyptians and how
but
the black
listen,
Egyptians.
you're cutting me off, bro, and I ain't disagreeing with that. I ain't no Egyptian. What you're doing, you keep trying to group all of us in with the black people that created money in Egypt, capitalism in Egypt. Those black people enslaved their own people first before they even enslaved anybody else. I can't vouch for black Egyptians enslaving Hebrews who make that claim, or the white man that hung us on the trees. I can't vouch for that the black Egyptian people did that. But I don't care about black Egyptians. I ain't done none of them people. I can vouch for my lineage here as FBA, and I can tell you ain't no blood on my ancestors' hand because our spiritual system don't allow for no institutions like slavery. It goes against everything we taught in our spiritual systems, dog. And we were serious about our spiritual systems and studying the stars and tracking the stars and working on yourself, mastering your ego and all of this stuff. We didn't have a kind of culture that allowed for you to have a system of selling other humans and children and shit. You ain't gonna just throw that on my ancestors, bro, and you need to be careful doing it. That's fucking evil what y'all niggas doing today, boy. If you want to speak for your own lineage, let every man speak for his own history. You don't know my history, especially when you making those kind of accusations. You on your own with that shit, Zach, for real. But you got the flow, man. Please don't speak for my history with that kind of
Well,
crap. Hell no.
but for one, I never spoke for your history because I was speaking from my standpoint. But I was speaking from, like my theory, bro. And so I said initially, I said the Africans, right, had enslaved the white folks, and so the tables turned and white folks enslaved. Well, I just said us, bro. I'm not saying you,
Can I? So,
Sanchez. I'm
but
just saying.
then you
But when I
just
say
say,
us, I'm
okay,
just talking about
okay,
dark skinned people.
okay, go ahead. If you
So so
ain't, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you went on to ask me, do I think I'm African or if I'm FBA basically, and I said I don't know, but what I'm referring to was white people enslaving dark skinned people, which is the reality of what happened.
Okay, so
That's the reality of what happened,
what?
and so I was just saying I think at some point in
I
time the
got you.
tables turn. Yeah.
I heard all that, but what I'm saying is, I'm glad I can give you props for saying it's just a theory. My only thing is this right here. Why do black men always create theories that give our slave master an out while our slave master only make theories to keep your ass in jail, exterminated, family broke up. Listen, every goddamn theory that the white man sit down and think about is to get his people further, whether the theory makes sense or not. It don't matter if the theory bullshit. If it helps his people, he putting it out. Why do we always come up with theories that hurt our people and just keep helping the slave master like what you doing? We don't need them kind of damn theories. That's what I say when niggas be too smart for their own damn good sometimes. Like, can we sit there and think about another theory or something that help us and hurt them? It's just a theory, right? Why the shit can't help? Like, that shit be crazy to me, man.
For sure. It's just a theory, man. And you know, I wasn't trying to give the white man an out.
You fucking did though, bro. Trust me. A big
like
one too.
You feel
Hell
like I
yeah.
did?
Hell yeah. Watch this, Zach. Look at the chat room right now. Drop a 1 right now if y'all think this ain't. If y'all think this gives the white man a big out, drop a 1. If you don't, matter of fact, we finna do a poll. No, I'm a do 1s and 2s because we got a good poll. If you think this gives them an out, drop a 1. If you think it don't, drop a 2. Bro, you don't see that this give them an out, Zach. Think about this, right? If somebody walk in and see me taking somebody's shit and beating them up, and they call me a bully and a slave master, a colonizer, and then the people I'm beating up, right? One of their children say, wait a minute, we beat them up first. We took they shit first. Do you think anybody gonna give a fuck that they beating our ass? They gonna say, oh, okay, y'all can keep on beating their ass then, keep oppressing them. You don't see that? It's get back. I'm not even mad at the white man for what he doing to me. No, if you gonna say that, I'm mad at my ancestors. I'm telling my ancestors, why did y'all fuck with them people? Them people wouldn't have never did what they did to us if our ancestors wouldn't have done that to them first. That's like me and my mama and daddy walking down the street and my daddy just punch a motherfucker. And now we dead. I'm gonna be mad at my daddy. Why you put your hand on them people? And if ain't no proof that my daddy hit that man first, then that'll be horrible if somebody in my family making that claim in court, bro. What are you talking about? That's gonna get the killer off. They gonna, my uncle snapped, but I ain't gonna lie, my brother did punch him in the head first. And it ain't even true. You better be right about my daddy hit that nigga first, cause he gonna beat the case. Like, why even say that? Even if you are right, whose team you on though? Let's lie for Pops. Let's lie for the fam. They're gonna lie. And just the fact y'all can't see that is dangerous, bro. That is totally off code. It's embarrassingly off code.
No, I see what you're saying. And then when you put it like that, you know, I mean, they ain't getting up on no stand. That's why I said I'm not dying on no hill about any of this. It's just a thought. But yeah, man, that's just my thoughts, bro. But I'm gonna fall back and let somebody else hop on the mic. I feel like I've been on here too long.
We gotta come up with some theories that get us forward, though. That's all I'm saying. This Yakub theory it really helps to colonize and hurt us. That's all I'm saying, man. And I'm really I've been this argument right here, bro. It's just one of them ones that hit me in a passionate way. Where we at, Suffolk County? Let me make sure you ain't a troll, Suffolk County. How you doing, though? Suffolk County, VA in the house. Suffolk County, what's good? We're gonna let Suffolk County go. Gotta let you go, man. Anybody else want to join? We're gonna drop the link. Hey, shout out to 120 The Loop for becoming a new member. Yeah, so it's just me and the brother Sterling up here. Sterling, you got anything for me? Y'all scaring me not saying nothing. I don't know if, because what happens, the trolls will start putting people names up there that, oh, I think Sterling said, hold on, my bad, I smoked too much. Holograph 100 said, I love you, Sanchez, but there's definitely truth that has been hidden away from the public. You don't got to say you love me and but before that, because I agree with you. There have been truth that's been hidden, keyword hidden. The Yakub theory is promoted all over the place because that's how we know it's bullshit.
That's right!
And the truth ain't gonna come in the form of a bogus theory. It's gonna come in a simple fact that ain't flashy at all. It's gonna be so simple. It's gonna be as simple as, hey man, every diverse type of human was created in the beginning, if there was one. Simple. You can't say that ain't simple. Because if you ask black people right now, who created black people? Guess what they gonna say? We was created by the creator. We're the original man. Created by the creator of the universe. But everybody else, them some test tube babies. What I'm saying is this. I'm not saying there can't be test tube babies or humanoids. I'm saying that ain't got shit to do with the racists, though. Y'all are tripping. The races come from natural diversity. That means that you can create a humanoid within each race, just like you can have an albino within each race. You can have a transhuman that come in all races. You can have a cyborg that come in all races. You can have a humanoid that comes in all races. But you can't explain how races get here through genetic modifying organisms. You can't. GMOs. You can't. You can't explain natural diversity in a laboratory. And that's what y'all try to do. Y'all try to say some kind of way, artificially, we created Asian culture, Middle Eastern culture, and I'm putting culture on it for a reason. Because y'all just try to deduce it to black people created yellow, brown, and white. But what made all of them different groups their own culture? Because here go an albino black man, and guess what he listened to? Hip hop. He probably like chicken, nigga, watermelon. Yeah. You think just because he's an albino, he want to listen to Garth Brooks? See, part of being white is your culture, too. Using words like black and white was never words we used to deal with skin color. It was social political terms. That's what I'm telling you. When you think of a white man, you don't just think of white skin. You think of white culture. You forgetting the whole culture with that. A culture that black comedians joke on, which shows you it's distinct from ours. So my whole thing is this right here. If you say black people from our genetics manipulating our own genetics, we created Jackie Chan them, Bruce Lee them, and all them, right? Who taught them how to make egg rolls and shit? Like, who gave them culture? Because guess what's not gonna happen? You're a grafted devil ain't gonna have a clue about no damn culture.
That's right!
A devil ain't gonna even know what the hell culture is. Every group got culture. Let's go to Middle Eastern people. Why do they like falafel and all that stuff they eat? Pita bread and stuff like. These people got their music, they customs and traditions. And if you was over there, you would feel the frequency. It's foreign. It's theirs. It's unique. It's been crafted on that land for generations. And guess what niggas will do? We gave them that, Sanchez. We taught the Italian man about spaghetti. We taught the Middle Eastern man how to ride a camel. Sanchez, we did every goddamn thing. And we mad at everybody because they doing what we taught them to do. Stupid. Even if we take your goddamn argument, then I'm going to ask you, well, why you mad at them? Well, we mad at them because they won't give us the credit. We taught them how to make pita bread. We taught the white man country music. That come from us, Sanchez. So why we mad if we taught it to them, man? Chill. Relax. They doing what we taught them to do, dude. Just relax, bro. Yeah, shit, what are you mad for? Good teacher. Damn. What's up, Sterling? I'm gonna see if Sterling ready. Oh, I don't think he is. But we will make up so many lies to make that shit right. Well, we taught them that. Oh, shit. We taught the world everything, and now we're at the bottom. You know why we at the bottom? Because we're delusional, man. We rather believe lies than live the truth. See, because the moment we tell ourselves the truth, it'll set us free. But the moment we keep telling ourselves stories and theories, you get what the hell you get. And here go another one, y'all. Look. The white man might be a test tube baby hell. Why not? That ain't science, bro. I'm going to highlight something right now that's very, very feminine and it's very, very anti-science. And this is what I mean by dangerous. You can't hell why not the facts. Now, I get it. I hear a lot of women hit you with the hell, why not? But this ain't a hell, why not situation. We want facts. We don't want shit, hell, why not? And then look what he said. Somebody cooked him up. You see how dumb we is? Somebody cooked him up. And we will use terms like cooked him up because we can't articulate a scientific process of how the man got here. So then we'll resort to name calling. I can name call back. You remember my channel does say humor right there on the banner. When you click on it, it says humor. I love roasting and joking. So somebody had to cook him up. Where he come from then? Okay, where you come from? Our people come from God. We come from the universe. Okay, so why he can't? The white man ain't come from no damn universe. Somebody had to cook him up, Sanchez. You tripping. Somebody had to bake him up and air fry him up. Sanchez, you know that somebody had to crock pot the white man up. Ain't no way that the white man come from the universe, Sanchez. Somebody had to bake him up. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Let me see right here. Y'all is fucking funny, man. This is y'all make this thing worth the while, boy. I tell you. This is funny. He said, let me see here. And here go another one. Sanchez, you a trip talking about is dangerous. In what way? Yet the white man clearly says we created them in the Bible. Where say that at? I dare anybody to come up here and show me in the Bible where it said a black man created the white man. In the same Bible that told the white man how to treat his slaves and told the slaves to obey your earthly master. I want to see you bend and flip the scriptures down with the whole Jacob story. Y'all delusional, man. Delusional. It says, and the white man said we created him. The white man said humans rolled a rock from space that landed near Africa with the germ of humans on it. We was a single cell organism that evolved from the waters into Australopithecus, and that evolved to modern day Homo erectus. Go and study science. No one is teaching the history of human origins through freaking religious books. If your pastor and your deacon went to college, they're not gonna undermine what they learned in science for what they teaching you in church. You can be delusional though, but guess what? The world outside believes in science, buddy. Everybody ain't no Christian. That's your little cult. That's how your little cult is trying to twist the story of Jacob or Yakub in the Bible to make the black man the creator of the white man. But you can't explain the scientific process. So you can't just use abracadabra, hocus pocus, religious bullshit. Because that's exactly what the black church doing. Miracles did it, huh? They abracadabraed the white man. They just cooked him up and baked him up and microwaved his ass up. Now, didn't it? Telling me what a book say versus telling me what science can prove when we're talking about selective breeding and genetics. You sound stupid. I don't want to talk to a deacon on a topic like this. You can't come to me with the Bible. You need to come to me talking genealogy and science with this one. You talking about how a whole species come from another one through the process of genetic manipulation. This is fucking crazy. And you pull out a Bible and not a science book. Or engage me in a scientific conversation. Because if you want to use the Bible to prove that blacks created whites, that ain't proof. That's you trying to make me believe you a Bible thumper. It's no different than a Christian. See, it don't matter how you thump the Bible long as you thump it.
That's right.
If you ain't decoding the Bible, you thumping it. You bending it and twisting it to prove your own biased, big-headed bullshit. I'm telling you niggas to explain a scientific process, and you say, give me that Bible, let me read this scripture to you. What kind of fucking negroosity, country fried, ignorant behavior is this, son? Y'all ought to be ashamed of y'allself. We cooked. We're cooked. So it said, created them, and it says we created them in the Bible. To those that can clearly understand the passage that says, let us create mankind in our image. That is not what that means. That is not what that means, dog. And again, they lying on the Bible, which makes it even worse. That scripture don't mean the black man creating the white man. At this point on earth, y'all, this what you gotta realize in this scripture where it say, let us create mankind in our image. This was in the fall of man. This term come from a section of the Bible that is referred to in theology as the fall of man. And the Gnostics who wrote that was teaching that our consciousness fell from a higher dimension into a lower dimension. It's deeper than some damn Yakub theory. And by them bending and twisting that scripture, it hides the fact that we're gods, man. They're trying to say that we're gods because we created the white man. But if you look who's in charge, the white man, he's God. That would make you a dumbass scientist. That's all that would make you. So my whole thing is this. White people ain't made in the image of us, which make this scripture inapplicable, not applicable to the Yakub theory. You can't make this fit the Yakub theory because white people ain't made in our image according to y'all. You want to say that they're animal people, humanoids, mutants, and that, what do y'all say about white people? They ain't got the same DNA in us because theirs recessive. Y'all say that we ain't the same. They not like us. They not like us. You can't teach separatism and treat these damn people like albinos and aliens, outcasts, and then say, but they made in our image. Dude, your damn children is made in your image. That's your babies. All of my parents in the chat room right now, drop a 1. See, because when you look your daughter in the eye, your son in the eye, that's who made in your image. We talking genetics, bro. Not big-headed bullshit. I ain't saw one race create another race yet. So, like I said, you can't force this scripture with the Yakubian story. Because for you to say that there's original DNA, then there must be non-original DNA. And if you're distinguishing these two human species between original and non-original, ain't none about our image is in them. It's like night and day, or let you tell it black and white. See, if you're saying that black people are the original humans who was made by God, then that scripture would apply to them, you dummy. If black people are the original people on earth before any other group, then the scripture would be applying to those people. The first humans that walked the earth were created in the image of God. God was speaking to the Elohim. Where the hell is Yakub name come into play? Because we going to Genesis and y'all skipping to Jacob and trying to force, and that's another thing y'all do with the whole Jacob story that I keep pointing out. So if Yakub was a black scientist that was born in Mecca, he discovered the law of attraction or grafting genetics, right? They say over centuries he used selective breeding, and so he must have lived a long time. This story, we know it, ain't gonna go into it deep, we know it, but it says that blacks are the original humans, and then that we created all the other races on Patmos, because we didn't just create the white man first. It was a process. We created the Chinese man first. Now think about this, y'all. This is what you gotta realize. Instead of them giving you the out of Africa theory, what they basically giving you is an out of Patmos theory. I want you to think about it. Patmos is a little bitty island. Do you know how long it'll take you to populate Asians on Patmos? Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Imagine brown people on the island of Patmos. And from those brown people, they start breeding Chinese people. So let me get this straight. The brown Negroes mutated into Jackie Chan looking people. Bruce, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you something. This chick right here, her name India Ari. She actually got a song called Brown Skin, and she does have beautiful brown skin. Let's show her skin tone. Let's show her skin tone. Look at India Ari's skin tone. Now they're saying Patmos was populated with brown skinned people. Let's pull it up. I want y'all to get a picture of this in your head. Patmos was populated with people that was this shade, y'all. And people this shade over time was breed to create this right here, y'all. Look at here. I wanna say this again so y'all can sink this in. They say it started with brown people, and from them came the yellow people. That's Asians. So a bunch of people on Patmos that's this skin color, you bred them for a long time and they just turned into this. The other question I got is, do you know how many Asians in Asia? It's probably the biggest populated continent on earth. And you telling me that they was bred on a little bitty island?
Stupid.
Y'all hearing what I'm saying now? These fools will tell you the white man said we created him in the Bible. But the Chinese people didn't say y'all created them on Patmos, nigga. Don't you know that the Asians would be telling the story of their people coming from Patmos? Y'all stupid and delusional. And I'm a nigga that don't bite my tongue to say it either, man. It's called mutation. It ain't called mutation. Big capital words like a dummy, because the Nation of Islam call it selective breeding. Which one is it?
That's right.
You see how they go to telling all these different inconsistent lies? Selective breeding ain't mutating. Mutation is a process that takes place when you take something out of their natural environment and put them in an artificial environment, like in a nuclear fallout. In a nuclear fallout, babies might be born with 3 legs. And if you born in a nuclear radiated fallout, motherfuckers might be born with 4 arms, man. That's called mutations, niggas. Go watch the goddamn X-Men. Quit using words that you don't study just to make your big-headed goddamn points, because you dealing with somebody that do study. You can't say it's both, bro. Because selective breeding, it ain't got shit to do with a mutation. It's a carefully crafted hybrid. Dude, I smoke hybrid weed. You ain't finna come tell me about no damn selective breeding. The weed didn't become a hybrid through a mutation process from a cancerous or toxic environment. And then when you selective breed, think about this, right? when you selective breed stuff, you do it for a purpose. A person may say, I'm gonna breed this strand with this strand because this one has good lasting qualities and this one is a good flavor. You don't just say, I'm a selective breed just to see if evil have the same potential as good.
Stupid.
That ain't even science. Who benefits from that? Again, a bunch of brown people like India Ari was fucking for a long time on an island. And one day they gave birth to a goddamn yellow Buddha. And then they said, send all the brown people back. We don't need them no more. And they started making all of the yellow people fuck. And then when after all of the yellow people was fucking, right, out came George Bush. And then they said, look, we finally succeeded. There go that evil ass white man. We knew we would breed him up out of there one day. Now look at here, y'all. I want y'all to think of this shit now. We're going to put all these brown people on an island and we're going to let them fuck for 600 years. And if they fuck for 600 years, surely they will give birth to Lady Gaga. Yeah, Sanchez, we had the brown humans fucking first. And then they gave birth to Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and them, and then we made them fuck. And then Sanchez, after we had made them fuck, right? The mission was done, because after that, they had gave birth to Britney Spears and them, Sanchez. And every time the skin color changed, they just so happen to like different food, different religions, and different music, Sanchez. That's stupid as hell. Because even if the brown people was fucking and gave birth to the yellow people, then the yellow people should still eat the same food that the brown people ate. The yellow people should still dance and do the same music as the brown people. Like, you ain't explaining to me how the yellow people get their culture. You explaining to me how they get their skin color. But you got a lot more explaining to do. Why did all of a sudden they like egg rolls and rice? And they didn't like to eat what the brown people eat? Huh? So the brown people was fucking for so long. They gave birth to Asian people that like martial arts, rice growing, Buddha statues. I didn't know you can fuck a new culture into existence. That's a new one to me. And then they'll tell you white people are the original albino. White is a culture, nigga. Taylor Swift is white. Albinos have different cultures that they come in. And these black albinos like nigga shit. They like the stuff black people like. Your skin color don't determine your culture. And when you say stuff like, that's a white man, you ain't dealing with skin color. You dealing with a social political term in America that you trying to throw back in an ancient world where people didn't even speak that kind of language. They identified by tribes and lands. Wasn't no such thing as a black man or a white man sits up during a time of what a Yakub would have been on the earth. Facts. That's why Africans tell you we ain't black, because black ain't got nothing to do with skin color. Black is a culture. That's hip hop. That's Michael Jordan. That's Nike, nigga. We know what the hell black is, nigga. BET, Black Entertainment Television. And it ain't got nothing to do with skin color. It's got something to do with your music, your eating style. This is culture, man. This is your social political identity in this country. This is who they know us socially and politically as. And it go beyond a skin color. This is a lifestyle that's linked to street and urban culture. And the same with the white man. It's white is a culture. Yellow ain't a culture. Because soon as you go to Asia, you're going to have to specify who we talking about. Laos people, Vietnamese, Korean. You can only play the black and white game in America. But all of the shades in between black and white, they ain't going to play that game with you, man.
That's right.
Yalla people ain't going to go for the yalla. You ain't going to just address them as, yeah, man, he yalla. Well, he orange. Other cultures don't go for that. They're going to tell you, listen, bro, I'm Indonesian. Here go my flag right here. Get it right. Like, what the fuck you looking at my skin color and trying to identify me? What, this is stupid. What the hell? And you will have people that's jet black that'll tell you, I'm not black. Quit calling me black. I'm Senegalese. Get it right. Here's my flag. The black and white shit only work for dumb people in America, y'all, who don't travel.
Stupid.
Who don't travel. And because they don't know none and so ignorant, and they wonder why the world look down on the white dude in the trailer and the Negro that's educated in the white man's school and the Negro that the white man even told me that I created him. That's why people say that go another ignorant nigga repeating what his slave master told him.
That's right.
And he thinks he's smart. Nothing ever make the nigga stand up and say, why would my slave master want me to say that? Why is my slave master repeating that? None to click in your head and say, wait a minute, what's going on? This ain't right. He shouldn't like this. Why does he like this? This should make him mad. And if it made the white man mad, do you think he would be telling it with you? It's somebody in this chat room right now. They said, man, they was reading a book by Elijah Muhammad and a white dude walked by and saw them reading that book. And the white dude was happy as hell. Think about that a minute. Think about that real quick. Let me see where that dude come in at. Where's that dude comment? Man, where's that dude comment at? It was a real good comment. Oh, man. Here you go. I remember in high school, I was reading one of Elijah Muhammad. Here you go right here. He said, I remember in high school. Oh, man. Well, here you go. I remember in high school, I was reading one of Elijah Muhammad's books, and a white dude saw me reading it. He was just so happy for some reason. You would think he was the one that had the book, but he talked about how he thought it was cool that Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X was saying that they were the devil. And that's what these guys don't get, that the white man want them to say that. If I'm the enemy and the colonizer and I want to erase history for what I done to black people and rewrite history, I would have agents among black people telling the world, you know, the only reason white people enslaved black people is because black people enslaved them first. That shit right there get under my skin, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even incite or encourage violence. But I'm telling y'all right now, bro, drop a one if that make you just as mad as it make me. If you feel the fury that come behind that. You know what the story that I've been telling my whole life? We was just minding our business. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. And now I got some wannabe smart niggas rising up in 2025 trying to rewrite history and get these people out and say, well, actually, black people did it to them people first, so they just getting their get back. Bro, that's sad, man. That can come out of that damn hole up under your nose and you don't think about what you say before you say it, man. That's crazy, man. We did it to them first. And they ain't got no proof of that. But we got proof that the white man did it to us and we was minding our business. The white man don't even say we enslaved him first. They love to tell you what the white man said. The white man said that we created him. The white man didn't say nowhere that we enslaved him first. Show me that. That ain't in the Bible. They got the story of who was enslaved in the Bible. That was in Egypt. And he tried to use that story and say, well, yeah, if you want to use that story, then you ain't a Muslim, dude. You're an Israelite.
That's right.
Stupid.
The last dude on the last show. We did enslave them because in Egypt, bro, I'm not an Egyptian, by the way. Second of all, if you're a Muslim, the people that was enslaved in Egypt were Israelites. So you need to go debate the Hebrew Israelites, and that debate gonna be good. I got my money on the Israelites. Because nowhere in the Bible does it say a bunch of damn Muslims was enslaved in Egypt.
That's right.
So let me see. Them caps done got your ass in trouble, sir. Doing too damn much. We're gonna shut you up for 5 minutes. You wanna talk, you can click the link. Niggas be killing me typing in the chat room and all caps spamming. Look at me, look at me. And you drop them the damn link and they don't even want to come up and talk like a man.
That's right.
Get your ass up out of here, man. You can click the link and come talk. Let someone else get a chat in. Spamming up the chat with all them capital letters and shit. Look at me, bro. If you gonna do all that, just click the link and come up.
That's right.
Hogging up the damn feed up on the chat room. Hey, Sterling, what's good, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm okay.
You got something
I'm
for
just,
me?
you know what I mean? I'm just listening, learning a lot, man. I didn't know something like that exists. I can't believe these people believe in something like that, man.
Yeah. We got a lot of bizarre beliefs. And our beliefs don't never serve us.
Yeah.
I ain't saying niggas can't have theories. Why all of our theories got to help our enemy out and hurt us? And all of his theories is just helping his people out. We need to counsel all these too smart ass niggas. You know what? I got a theory, Sanchez. What if we enslaved the white man first? And what if the only reason he did that to us is because it's in his DNA and we put the evil in him? We made him evil, Sanchez. The white man is just the manifestation of the lesser gene that's in the black man. So what we're looking at is our own reflection, and he don't really know what he's doing. It's like a child, Sanchez. But yet you telling me we know what we doing, and we gotta be held accountable for everything. Oh man, we need to get some new theories. Them theories help the enemy. And I got to expose this to our people. It's so dangerous, bro. It's really dangerous, man. Like you thought about that theory all by yourself, you goddamn genius.
Stupid.
Yeah, I thought about it all by myself, Sanchez. What if the white man did all that evil to us? Cause he don't know what he doing. He just a child. And you know, he's a lab experiment, you know? And Sanchez, what if we did it to him first? Which, if y'all think about that, that's called double talking. Because on one hand, they will tell you the white man did it because he's the pure manifestation of evil. He's a lab experiment. On the other hand, they'll tell you he did it to get back at us. Now, if he did it to get back at us, that's vengeance. That's karma. That's retaliation. And you know what you doing when you retaliate.
That's right.
You ain't just no stupid monster doing evil because it's in your DNA when you're retaliating. So it can't be both. Are they retaliating? Or are they just the manifestation of evil and don't know what they doing like little children? Because I've been getting a lot of different answers from y'all NOI Negroes.
That's right.
And they will keep going with this shit. Well, what happened was they became sentient, Sanchez. You see, what had happened was they weren't always sentient at first. Y'all will give these people so many excuses, bro. Why can't it be that these are just evil motherfuckers that wanted your land and they overpowered you and took it?
That's right.
You see how simple that was? Well, maybe they were sentient and didn't become sentient, and then a spaceship landed, and then some Andromedans got off and manipulated their genetics again, because you remember there were 3 floods. And if you read this book of the Bible, it'll tell you how, you know, radiation had manipulated their genetics to make them mutate into a type of vampire, Sanchez. But they wasn't sentient at first. And bro, can we stop with all that and just say, man, the people was just fucking evil? You have humans that can do some evil stuff, bro.
That's right.
When they're driven by greed and conquest, especially when they coming in the spirit of world conquest. That don't sound like no lab experiment. That sound like a buccaneer, a raider, a pirate. They know what they doing. They know how to use a ship. They know how to strategize the plot, how they gonna take your land. That's military fucking strategizing. In a court of law, all that will get you locked up for premeditated murder. You wouldn't get a crazy charge for that. You know what y'all doing to these people? The same thing that the racist white judge does to the racist white boy that shoot up the black church. Let him off and say he just crazy. He just a baby. He went up in there and killed all those black people, and he didn't know what he was doing. He's insane. Y'all doing that for the oppressor, man.
That's right.
Who team you niggas on? Suffolk County, can I get a mic check real quick? Going once, going twice. Suffolk County, mic check, please. Suffolk County, I'm gonna have to let you go for good this time, man. Yeah, we ain't taking no chances. So, yeah, like I was saying, right? Well, actually, I'm gonna drop the link again. Drop the link again. Yeah, if you don't come up here ready, it might happen to you what happened to Suffolk County. See here. Jojo, let me get a mic check right now, please. How you doing?
Peace, 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 Sanchez. You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Thanks for joining.
Heck yeah, man. I wanted to I went down a little rabbit hole, right? And I wanted to see what you feel about it.
Okay.
So I saw a video on how a lot of our artists uh look up to Greek mythology or praise these deities, right? Greek, Egyptian, Roman deities. And I know you did a couple videos on this some years back. But his videos talking about specifically Michael Jackson, how he became like a unisexual woman, if that makes sense. And the different the different deities that he had praised, I have to look on my phone to see specifically the names of it again.
Are you aware of what the show title was about today?
Oh, I wasn't. I just seen that you were going live. And then I'm working right now, so I just put my phone in my pocket.
Okay, no problem.
And I heard you said that you was taking people requested up. My bad. Did I kind of went off topic?
Yeah, it's all good. We just we'll have an open show on the next one, but right now we got a specific topic. We talking about the Yakub theory and how how dangerous it is to our people.
So do you think the Yakub theory was like a some form of truth to it as symbolism, or do you think like this is something new? Because I heard that the Muslims went after the I heard some of the Muslims, like when Islam first started, they got some of their knowledge from Egypt or something like that. You still there, Sanchez?
Oh, my bad. Ask me that again. My bad, man. I apologize.
No, you good. Do you think that that Yakub story is
Oh,
in
yeah.
basically?
So I think there's no truth to it whatsoever. Not at all. Symbolically, no reason. Zip, zip, nada. Nothing at all.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense to destroy your own people. You know, make something destroy your own people. But all right, for sure, man. I'm gonna keep on listening, Sanchez, and I'm gonna
Hey,
join
I
that one open
appreciate
live.
you, man. Thank you for joining. We look forward for you joining again. If I'm still on when you get off work, hop back on with us, bro.
Heck yeah, man, for sure.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, Stella Skills, let me get a mic check because we had a troll and we just want to make sure you're good. Mic check to Stella.
Good, you're good. Can you hear me?
Stella, we can hear you, but your mic is a little bit muffled, but we can hear you. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
I just have a question.
Okay, go
I've
ahead.
been a big fan of yours, Sanchez, for a while now. My first time on. So my question is, you take the gene and the gene, mix them together and take the worst parts out of it. But we know now, just in everyday science, that the black gene is dominant. So where are you getting this gene to even get a worse gene from? Like, you got to have something from the start to mix it with. So if the gene's dominant in the first place, how are you even getting worse genes? How is that even possible?
That's what I'm saying, right?
The fuck is that even possible?
Because they're saying within the black race was a dominant gene and a weak gene. And they extracted the weak gene out of the black race by taking the weakest black people and mixing them. But how was that possible if the earth was just populated with strong black people?
Strong genes. Exactly.
Right. They will have to say, and I'm going to tell you how it kills them, bro. Good point, because this how it kills them. They would have to say, well, we not saying that the earth was populated with just all strong black people. We're saying that there was some weak ass black people there in the beginning. Yeah. Then guess what? Then we can't say that the white man is the first manifestation of the weak gene because it already existed. So that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a real good
thinking
point.
about that.
You can't get, I mean, it's like you can't get nothing from nothing type deal. Like you can't really get,
And even in today's science, they're always talking about how, like, the white people are afraid because they're going to be the minority soon because they're mixing with black people, and then everybody's going to be black. But it's like, so who is this recessive gene you're starting off with?
Right. Because look, if the black man can just fuck all the white people and make them black, that's literally goes against the idea of a bunch of black people keep fucking each other and turning white.
Yeah, how does that work?
Oh, man. Bro, you coming up with these daggers, man. Yo, daggers.
Thank you.
Man.
Like I said, yeah, I'm going to get off. I'm a big fan. I'm always listening.
Oh, man, I appreciate you.
Much love, flat power.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you for coming in, bro. You really came in with some bombs, for sure. We look forward to you joining again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to Stello coming through. He came and did a quick drive-by. Drop a 1 in the chat, y'all. He came in with the drive-by. Because that's facts, though. That's just facts, because they'll tell you, man, that we keep mating, we'll make the white people go away. But y'all said we kept mating to make them get here. God damn it. Now, what's going on? Which one is it? We can fuck them into existence, Sanchez, and we can fuck them out of existence, Sanchez. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. And they'll act like, well, y'all don't understand it, man. Nah, you just need to abandon this theory. It's okay to abandon a theory. That's why you should never get attached to a theory. Because when you get attached to a theory, it ain't a fact. And you don't want to let it go even when people point out all the flaws.
That's right.
That's how cults are formed, around hearsay, speculation, and theories. Shout out to Miss Make Me a Drink. Thank you so much for the support. Let me give a shout out to Fela B. Thank you, Fela B, for the support. Check out the Australian movie Rabbit Proof Fence. Man, I'm going to try to look at that tonight. Shout out to Panama Jack. I didn't even see that, Panama. Appreciate the love. Appreciate all of y'all. Yeah, man, it's crazy, though. The last caller came and dropped some bombs. BG, let me get a mic check. How you doing? BG normally stands for Bullets Gotti. But I don't know who we got here, so if
Yo,
it's
yo,
BG, what's good? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, salutes to you. Welcome to the show. What brings you here today?
I just had a little quick question, man. Um, I think the story of Yakub and the story you teach is very similar.
Okay.
I would say that because they're basing it on what our ancestors created, right? And from my understanding from your teachings, you teach that our ancestors created something a long time ago, but you call it AI. And I think the people of the Yakub story is just calling it white people.
I
But I don't
get,
mean,
I totally get it. I'm just saying mine can't be debunked and theirs can, and that's what I'm pointing out in these shows, that my explanation is better than the Yakubian one, why we should abandon that one. That's how science work. If you have a bunch of people with a theory on a thing, then the best explanations have to rise to the top, and the big-headed bullshit got to be bumped down. That ain't ego. That's literally how science works.
I agree. But I would say, I mean, the stories are very similar, man. It's just like pretty much our ancestors created something that's not organic like us. And that's the evil that you've been saying, why would we create evil just to get it out of us? I mean, then we do the same thing if we created AI back in the day.
Nope, I didn't say that. See, again, my story ain't nothing like theirs, because what I teach is that us creating AI was evil. I don't have this little biased story where I'm trying to make evil something outside of myself, because I'm a real nigga. I know it's good and evil inside of me. And I ain't nobody else in the room gonna act like they holier than thou and say, well, Sanchez, there is no evil in my people. It's only in the white man. No, bro, it's good and evil in every damn thing. And that's what I was saying. I was basically saying, evil was already in us when we created the transhumans. I also said when we created transhumans, all the races already existed. White people were
Got
already
you,
there.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. That's all I have for you tonight, man. Enjoy your night. I'm a huge fan, and I'm gonna just tap in back in the chat, dog.
I really appreciate y'all for calling in and really understand that my passion is toward the dangers of us giving the slave mastering out. But I really appreciate y'all calls, and I got love for y'all, man. Appreciate that. And I'm gonna just say this, y'all. This is what I'm gonna say. When we say what we believe, my whole mystery to it is, why can't we formulate beliefs and theories that help us like everyone else? What's the purpose of this belief system if all of your beliefs are toxic as hell to your people?
That's right!
Hey, shout out to Tori and Howard. Salute Sanchez. This info is life changing. Thank you, bro. That's why I'm passionate about it. It changed my life. When I started to open my mind, the only options I had was the black church, the NOI, the Moors, and all of these groups, the Hebrew Israelites. It's sad for a young brother out there opening his mind. He got to go through all this bull crap and mystery schools and pseudo, and it's a snare. It traps them in that thing for the rest of their life sometime. They get in these organizations and think there ain't nothing else to know. Yakub is real, boom, boom, boom. They adopt a belief system and they don't evolve their consciousness further. It's literally a spiritual trap. It seems harmless, but I don't think it's harmless if you understand knowledge is power and somebody keeping you from getting it, they holding you from empowering yourself, bro.
That's right!
Shout out to the chat room. I'm about to get up out of here. I ain't gonna make a whole nother long stream like yesterday. So peace and much love to all of y'all, because we getting some smoke, but not really. We just getting a lot of my people who support me with questions. But I was hoping to get some more NOI people. I tell you what, we'll drop the link. And then look, if anybody want to arrange a debate with me, email me and we can have moderated debates too. That go for Cam, that go for anybody. Email me and we're going to schedule it through the email. But yeah, the floor is open for smoke. If we get anybody to come on, we'll keep the show going, but I ain't gonna just hold y'all here. I was just trying to address any opposition from yesterday and from the comment section.
Yeah, Sanchez, I ain't got no smoke, but I'm just listening on my TV on YouTube.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, cool. Salute, my word.
Much love to everybody. Much love to you, Miss Make Me a Drink. And appreciate your support. I'm gonna mod you up. OG Philly, what's good? Yep, ain't nobody clicking the link, so how could you know the white man would need an excuse? Okay, I ain't answering that one. Dave Mack, the barber, I appreciate you saying that, man.
Sanchez,
Yeah.
before you leave, man, you gotta try and find this new video of I don't know if it's new, but it have you see how you just teach the point of conception, the light that happened. I saw a video yesterday to show like a spiral is happening at the point of conception. So you gotta try and find that video to put in your arsenal, you know? It's a real good one.
I was another person that had told me I need to watch this certain movie. And I done forgot the movie already. Let me go up here. Australian movie, Rabbit Proof Fence. I'm gonna go watch that now, actually. That'll give me